People need to pump the brakes about LaNorris Sellers. That is not to say he doesn't have the talent to be a #1 overall pick. He's incredible. I thought South Carolina, towards the end of last year, really turned it up and was a very good team. But kind of similar, when people evaluate LaNorris Sellers, they turn a blind eye to some of the negatives. It reminds me a lot of the conversations that even myself I was having with a guy like Jalen Milroe. But I think people have fallen in love with the idea of what a player could be, when in reality, that doesn't happen as much. Players in an offseason can take a step forward, but the likelihood that they take a Joe Burrow type of leap, or what we saw with Josh Allen in the NFL, is very unlikely. And what I worry about is that the expectation is going to be too far for a guy like Sellers to reach in just one offseason, especially knowing what South Carolina is as a situation. I think they're a good team. I think it's a good situation, but I still think it's going to be one where they're going to have to rely on the heroics of a guy like Sellers, which could be good, could win them some games, but it could also build some tendencies and traits that Sellers, as a very young player, could be a negative thing. We've seen it time and time again of quarterbacks, when they are asked to be heroic, they put the ball in harm's way and it becomes a tendency. It becomes something that happens time and time again, and it's hard to break from that trait. We also don't know what it looks like for a guy like Sellers to progress from left to right going through his reads, because he wasn't asked to do that often. It was very quick reads and getting the ball out of his hands, and he had these flashes, these moments, but they are going to have to ask more out of him. I want to be clear. I think he is prime time. I think he's incredible, but I think the hype is getting a little too far. But I want to hear from you. What do you think of LaNorris Sellers, and am I being a little crazy for saying to pump the brakes?